He'll keep you on your toes. It's the Eric Miranda Show. When he drank a lot, he would fight a lot. He might punch you in your nose. It's the Eric Miranda Show. There are people who would tell you he is crazy, but if you listen closely, he's unbelievable. He used to drink a lot, now he talks a lot. He'll keep you on your toes. It's the Eric Miranda, Eric Miranda, Eric Miranda Show.
Eric
Woo, woo,
Miranda
woo.
Show.
Wow, wow, wow.
What's up? Ships ahoy! Will Houlihan, guys.
Ships ahoy.
Bill Houlihan, tugboat captain, pirate. He's sailed the high seas. So check it out. So first of all, I just want to, like, every once in a while I actually watch the opening theme instead of cringing. And one of the things I noticed about it is when have you guys ever watched the video? I think wife has because I made her. But like when I do the thing from The Wolf of Wall Street where I have the martini glass,
Mm-hmm.
I have a tuxedo on and a bow tie, and I'm trying to do the Leonardo DiCaprio thing. And the problem is I just ain't as good looking as him. I'm older. I'm not, I mean,
I think you're better looking than Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, listen.
Yeah,
dude.
I think so too.
Well, thank you.
Now, I think you've caught up.
Really? But he's like 15 years younger than me.
Yeah, he's aged worse than you.
Do you think he?
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't think he drinks baby blood? You don't think he does the adrenochrome thing?
No. And
that's in
he
case
dates
Dan
those
Vulcan.
like 20-year-olds, honey. So it's like he dates the 20-year-olds.
Yeah. So you think that
So if
keeps
you were
him young,
dating 20-year-olds, you'd look much older.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's a we. No, it is true.
Next to the 20-year-old.
So I got to tell you, this is we have a guest coming on tonight, but I haven't seen him pop up yet, so I'm not going to announce him yet because I'm worried. But okay, first of all, like we don't have any sponsors yet, but this show is sponsored by Nespresso, because when my life sucks and I'm too tired to do the show, I drink Nespresso. Sometimes a double coffee, sometimes an espresso. When you're ADD, tired, and don't want to take Adderall, try Nespresso.
Good commercial.
So the Wolf of Wall Street, I'm definitely like trying to be that, and I'm like, like, dude, it's just like, again, it comes down to the duck lip thing. What does Marcus call it? The wife?
No, they do something different. It's called mewing.
Mewing.
He tells me I can't do it right.
And he tells me that I'm mewing. I'm like, dude, okay, this is me mewing. I have no face, guys. I want collagen implants. I want to.
Oh,
by the way, By the way, my next.
You can get filler. You look like Wayne Newton, but you can get filler.
Yeah.
I don't mind Wayne Newton.
I just said you were better looking than Leonardo DiCaprio.
Thank you. Well, listen, can I tell you guys,
from me.
I got to be honest with you, man. I was looking through this thing. I've been trying to find it to put it up on the show. It was celebrities who smoke. And I'm watching, and it's Ashton Kutcher and Miley Kunis are smoking, and Katy Perry was smoking. I think I was like, ugh, and because she was on the beach and she was kind of pasty white and not like, I mean, those her two friends that hang out up top are amazing, but the rest of her, she just looked a little like she wasn't taking care of herself. And then and I'm like, cigarettes are disgusting. I used to smoke. I hate it. It's been decades. I'd never smoke again. And then I see Brad Pitt with Serengetti's on, smoking a cigarette on a boat. And I'm like, I want to smoke. Like, they're not allowed to advertise cigarettes, but they should just have pictures of Brad Pitt everywhere.
Dude, you're still not as good looking as Brad Pitt, by the way.
Nobody's as good looking. Dude, I'm telling you now, I have a crush on Brad Pitt. Like,
me too.
Yeah, like he's just, it's just, what do you say? And the guy, I don't know how old he is, but he's around our age. He's either a little older or a little younger. And it's like, dude, what are you doing to stay so, so anyway. So that's
he just started from a different place than everyone else. Like, he just started from a point of beauty that was really difficult to deteriorate much.
Yeah, I mean, But there's certain, but see, my Flugmacher, you're better looking. Oh, thanks. Me or Sheila?
No, I think he means you.
Well, see, the thing is, man, there are certain, what I wish I was like my teeth. I smoked and chewed tobacco. So like when I'm on the wrong angle, you can see that I'm missing a tooth here. And then I had an implant here. When I turn this way, you can see that implant didn't. Thank you, Chris. He said, Eric. But the thing is, like, I wish I would have thought of taking care of myself. Maybe I could. But then if you look at Al Pacino and all the Italian actors, Italians, we always look young until we're 50. And then we like up our old game quick. Like Al Pacino was the best looking guy in Hollywood until he was 51. And then he turned into a Shar-Pei. Like, I wonder,
but Al Pacino got old one year, but he hasn't really gotten older. He's been like 70 for like 4 years.
Right. He's been playing. Right. He's been in Glengarry Glen Ross ever since.
Yeah.
Right.
And like Stallone is the same way, right?
Stallone.
Well, Stallone's different because of all the plastic surgery.
He got all the plastic surgery. I mean, like it looks like when you look at his face, it looks like he's in the middle of getting punched by Bridget Nielsen. Wait, she played Ivan Drago, right? Wait, I'm confused. I just confused myself. But anyways,
Stallone looks like a guy who looks like Stallone.
I mean, yeah, that's an interesting point too, right? So wait, so now normally I'm just going to tell the listening audience, the watch. Normally I would be like really annoyed at the backlight, but I asked Jesse because he's in Saigon, and I kind of like the idea that you can see that it's daytime there, and it's not daytime here. So, tell me about that. You're in Saigon.
So I'm on the other side of the world. I spent basically the last 26 hours traveling. But on a couple of hours sleep, I got in my room like probably close to 1 last night. By the time I got in, it's 7 o'clock in the morning here. I was awake, so I probably slept 2 hours. But if you guys could see behind me, let me go this way. I probably should open the windows. Is the Caravel Hotel.
Nice.
Caravel Hotel is at the end of the Vietnam War. The Caravel Hotel was the home during the war to the Australian and New Zealand embassies, and I think it's ABC and CBS had their headquarters there. So all the news was there.
Mm-hmm.
ABC and CBS. They all had their headquarters there. So at the end of the war, you could find videos. There's on the roof right behind me is where all the reporters were escaping, basically when the North Vietnamese were invading Saigon, which is now Ho Chi Minh City.
Right.
So it's kind of cool out my window. I know I'm a little bright, but hey, I'm on the other side of the world.
Yeah, that's interesting. So I'll be honest with you. I had no idea because it didn't happen in Rome. Now, if the reporters were on the roof of like, the Roman Colosseum or, on the Palatine Hill or even the
There was no
aqueduct.
helicopters back then, except the ones that Leonardo da Vinci drew.
Listen, if Dan Volkamer is watching, they would definitely have, dude, they have reset civilization so many times. And I'm not making fun of Dan with that. I really believe if you look at mountains, what the fuck are mountains?
You tell me. It's like a kid played with the sand and made a mountain.
Dude, have you ever driven from Vegas to Joshua Tree?
No, but I've driven from Vegas to San Diego.
All right, so you know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Those are melted cities, bro. And then I got to be honest with you, man. I was in a car driving from Vegas to Palm Springs.
So there's no tectonic plates or anything, right?
Dude, no, there are tectonic plates. I don't know. I have no interest in explaining that whole thing, but I feel the earth move under my feet. But the thing about the tectonic plates but when you look at I'm like that, like the mountains in Palm Springs, California are gorgeous. The mountains in Vegas are creepy. And then you go to Area 51. I mean, I have like little things I bought from Marcus, and I have a big Martian beverage, it's creepy there, man. And then they have some weird thing. It was like lights that were brighter than Times Square in this field and this weird radiation. Like I was seeing things. I was like, and then there was like a military caravan on flatbeds on a train. I was like, what is going on here? It's like, dude, the people who are running this world into the ground, are like doing it right before our very eyes. See, everything has a song. Like they're not even hiding anymore. We're just goofballs going along with like, hey, I don't care. I got my iPhone. I got
That's
enough.
me. Yeah.
Listen, I got enough food to be fat. The rest of the world's starving. I'm in. That's
Good.
me too. By the way, so in the song, he used to drink a lot. I should put he used to eat a lot. But I
You
do.
used to
I
drink a
still
lot.
eat up. By the way,
You ate a lot more in your life. You ate a lot more than you drank a lot.
Oh no, because
Yeah, you stopped drinking a long time ago.
I stopped drinking 30 years ago. But you got to
Yeah,
remember, I
you ate
drank.
after that.
Yeah, but I ate the whole time, but not that much. When I was drinking, I was big on not eating. So I'm going to tell you guys something crazy. Is that a Ho Chi Minh ambulance I hear, or is that like
That's a Ho Chi Minh, and I'm
yeah?
on the 23rd floor. It's pretty loud.
So
Yeah.
check this out, right? So this is what okay. I want to explain to somebody what an alcoholic is. I mean, obviously, first of all, when you go to AA, they tell you that I can't tell you you're an alcoholic. You have to tell you, so yeah, whatever. Like if you're pissing your pants and sleeping next to a dumpster because you were drinking, you're probably an alcoholic. But this is real alcoholic behavior. Ready? I was worried. By the way, this is addict behavior, period. It's not even alcoholic behavior. I was worried that I was gaining weight when I was 24 years old. So I came up with a plan that if I was going to get heavy from drinking, I could drink one tall boy for every mile I ran on the boardwalk in Long Beach. And if you do it, it's 2.2 miles. If you do it twice full, it's 4.4. So I started off. I went and what's going on, Ken? He's at an open mic night. Dad's number two, and I'm trying to better my drumming so I can play with it. Dude, you that ship sailed, bro. You were good enough, but you hurt my feelings. Ken's amazing. We're in some group called 4-Piece Theory about 4-piece drummers. Some guy says, hey, do you put your drum on the left or right? I put mine in the middle. Ken's like, I only put it in the middle when I use 3 toms. I'm like, there goes the 4-piece drum theory. So anyway, so I started running. So I ran 4 miles and drank 4 beers.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day, since I'm not an alcoholic, I ran 6 miles and drank 6 beers. I also decided, so I was up to half marathon. And because the weight issue was my big fear, along with I wasn't eating. So I'm literally working all day, going to the boardwalk, running 7 miles, drinking 7 tall boys, passing out at 9 o'clock, and then waking up the next morning thinking I was okay. And
This is a weird theory.
What's the theory?
Like your theory of I'm not going to eat and drink beer for every mile I run.
Well, the beer for every mile I run, it was about the weight. I wasn't even considering that as an alcohol. That's why I'm saying that's what an alcoholic does. Alcohol wasn't the problem. The fact that a beer that has 0 nutrition, a tall boy, what is a tall boy of whatever, regular beer? 300 calories, 200 calories. So I would drink 2,100. I have no idea, but I would drink, 1,000 plus calories of liquid. And hang on a second.
That's kind of like we used to have college party. It was more like college going out to the bar logic about
195 calories. 195 calories in a tall boy Budweiser.
Okay, so tall boy Budweiser. How many?
To 195. We can go 200.
So I was drinking about 1,400 calories. So if you put that with pizza for lunch, a bacon, egg, and cheese set, so I was definitely going over a reasonable amount of calories with almost no nutrition, because I would eat like a medium breakfast and medium lunch, no dinner, and then consuming that. And in my mind, I was so obsessed with my weight that it never occurred to me, stop drinking, you moron.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use that theory for driving. So if I drive 26 miles to work,
and you drink 6 beers,
26. Maybe I'll do half since I'm driving.
Yeah.
Just 13.
So, guys, by the way, hang on a second. I never said there's a roof on the Coliseum. I said if they were standing on the roof of the Coliseum. That was a joke. And if you're going to criticize my history knowledge, do it on the show, not on my phone, wise guy. By the way, that was Chris Flugmacher. He didn't want to embarrass me. You can't embarrass me, dude. He
He's
was
right. There is no roof of the Coliseum. There's the top of the Coliseum.
there's barely a side to most parts of the Coliseum now. But my point was, if the helicopters were in Rome during the Roman Empire, I would have known about it. And that's how we got
That's
into
true.
the whole thing about the melted mountains and the reset of guys. I'm still trying to figure out how the Egyptians did it. I'm still trying to figure out how. I mean, of course,
How they got the because they had helicopters.
they had helicopters, dude. How did they build the pyramids?
One at a time. They started from the top.
That's a top-down operation,
Yeah.
right? That's why all the people at the bottom of the pyramid go broke, and Amway lives on. So they don't call that multi-level marketing anymore. By the way, they call that direct marketing. Sounds a lot better,
Multi-level marketing.
right? But no, but it's just direct marketing.
Yeah.
So
It's
now
still
that
multi-level
now the
marketing.
pyramid's pointing at you. So I was
Yeah.
telling Geltner, I have this thermal. It's kind of like a dress thermal, and it's not really what's going on. Oh, look at that. Hey, oh, Sheila put you on, and then I have to turn my comments off because I get distracted. What's going on, Keith?
Wait for Sheila.
By the way,
You have a dress thermal.
I'm waiting for a guest guitar player to come on, and he's having technical difficulties. I wanted to talk about Ace Frehley from Kiss, kind of in a laudatory way and kind of in a scathing way, and I'll explain. I get annoyed with people who don't hear what they actually hear. And Glenn Walsh, who's a great guitar player, is a big Ace guy, and he really understands why Ace Frehley works and why it's good. So instead of trashing Ace, who I do like, by the way, I mean, I was going to have Glenn come on. I just, I think Glenn's got nerves. I think he's one of those modest fellas that doesn't see. To me, you're like, Eric, come on. Do you know how to play the solo? No. Come on anyway. Okay. Eric, you suck. Yeah, I know, but you told me to come on. I just don't. I guess I get nervous. When do you get?
I don't think he's nervous.
When
do I get nervous?
Do you get nervous? Did you?
Wife first.
Wife first. When do you get nervous? Did you? So the wife plays guitar and sings. By the way, hey, maybe you should. Can you do Wedding Bell Blues for us one of these days?
It'll take me a while to remember.
It's only a 3-minute song. Take you 3 minutes.
No, to remember how to do any of it. I haven't done
see.
it in a long time.
I
used to get nervous up there.
So it's so weird. I get nervous when I'm singing. I don't get nervous because I'm always like, is my voice going to hold up? Never get nervous when I'm playing guitar. Never get nervous when I'm playing drums. When I do stand-up comedy, it is terrifying. And the reason it's terrifying is if I suck with my band and people want to be polite, I go, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Actually, Ace Frehley does that. And then people hear the end of the song, they go. But when you tell a joke and no one laughs, it's because they didn't know that was the punchline, and that means your joke sucked.
There's nothing harder than being on stage by yourself.
Well, it's not even being on stage by myself with a guitar is a little nerve-wracking, but
yeah.
And Sheila has seen a bunch of my performances at Caroline's and stuff. Most of the time, all of my jokes land because I rehearse the crap out of them and I practice them and I try them out on my friends. But every once in a while, the inflection's wrong. It's late on a Monday, whatever, and you don't get a laugh, and it feels like dying. Like when they say I died up there, it feels like you're dying. It's literally like, oh no, what do I do? And then you always have to like respond somehow, So,
Yeah, I don't really get nervous performing or like when I'm making a sales pitch. I have anxiety about it. It's not really nerves. I just want to get up there. Like if I have an appointment with a customer that's flying all the way out here in 2 days, I have anxiety about that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
but I'm not really nervous. I want to get up. I want to get to the show already. Like let's do this.
Do you drink coffee? Do you drink coffee before you do your sales pitch?
No, but I have a weird thing that I do. This started, I'm trying to remember what club it was in Manhattan years ago. I had to pee, and then all of a sudden I was like, it was my turn to get up on stage, and I didn't pee, and I had a great show. So if I have to pee before I do anything, like even today when I'm selling, if I have to pee, I don't. I just deal with it because I
That
had
would be
one
so
good show. Because I had
distracting
one
for
good
me.
show in 1997.
Oh,
I
that
would find
is
that so distracting.
that is extraordinary.
It
That
was
is
brownies. I had a great show. It was brownies. I had a great show at brownies, and I had to pee the whole time.
that is grand. That is well. See, now the thing is, I thought you meant like performing. So if I had someone flying to Vietnam, I would probably be. Why are they flying? Wait, now where are they from? Texas? Where are they?
No, I have I have an appointment with Big Lots. I sell Big Lots stores.
Hmm.
You know, Big Lots is a national
Yeah,
chain.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
the buying slash sourcing team meets me over here, and they buy some dining rooms from me,
Hmm.
and we build a bunch of samples, and then go over and I try and sell them to them. They also buy maybe some sofas from me. So I'm meeting a couple of thousand store chain over here. I flew over here. They flew over here. I had factories build a bunch of samples. Like it's I would say it's nerve wracking, but I haven't seen anything yet. So all the samples that we built, I'm not positive they're perfect. So I have anxiety about seeing them
Wow. Now,
because
if you
Yeah.
I've shown up and like everything looks like shit.
now
Finishes wrong.
if you bomb, do you see? That's
Yeah,
why you have to have. That's why you have to sell Arizona unpainted furniture.
yeah. We saw a lot of these
Do you remember that?
dealers. No, what's that?
Oh,
Oh,
come
from
on,
Raising
Raising
Arizona.
Raising
Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. All right.
sir, we noticed your last name is not Arizona. Would you buy your unpainted furniture from Unpainted Huff Hines?
Oh, it's
Love
a
that.
great movie. Yeah. So to me, it's the same thing as playing at freaking at CBGB's.
Yeah.
I just showing up on stage and I got a job to do.
By the way, so I have this thing now when I
But what's
see.
worse though? Like think about showing up in Vietnam and you don't know whether or not what they're putting together for you is going to be right versus showing up on stage by yourself. Like
So on
which
stage by yourself.
failure is worse?
Well, I'm here a few days early, so if stuff's not, there'll be enough good things here. I know that. I'm not that worried that everything's gonna be horrible, and I got a few days to get stuff fixed, so we could remake a chair quickly. We could refinish something quickly. So I have a few days before I actually see the customer. But until I get to the showroom and see what we put together, I've seen pictures, but like see it in person. Being on stage in a band or with a guitar, like Eric says, is it's not that bad. But I've never done stand up. But I used to do spoken word. When I did spoken word with some musicians, it wasn't that terrible. I did spoken word by myself. It's like doing comedy, maybe worse. You're
Yeah,
just
no,
standing up
but
there.
the
You're
reason.
just standing up there, basically telling a freaking not even a story, reading a poem.
See, I'm going to tell you why I don't agree with that. Look, if I don't like your poem, I'm not supposed to laugh necessarily in the middle of it, so nobody knows I don't like it. And
Yeah, that's true.
I can say, hey man, your poem. I'm telling you, dude, when you say like, and then sometimes you just start going off the cuff and you think you're being funny. And again, I mostly get laughs, but I just remember a couple of times just the jokes just not landing, and you say the punchline and people don't laugh, and you're just like, well, this is awkward. And then I actually think I learned this from Bill Burr. Maybe one time nobody laughed, and I pretended I was taking a note, like, okay, don't do that joke anymore, And then some
Mhm.
comedians would be like, that joke was awesome. What's wrong with you people? Like, you got to do something so you don't fall
Yeah.
into the pit. But with spoken word, it's like music. People don't necessarily have to. There's no way for them to know whether.
But as a performer, right, when you tell a joke that bombs or you tell a joke that lands, you
Right.
have an immediate reaction. When you're up there, basically, I'm not necessarily I'm not reading, but basically reading, you're not getting feedback, so you really don't know. You could be bombing and you don't know it.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So, dude, I mean, look, I've had
That's stressful.
but I've had people, I've been on stage where, you just have a bad night and people, nobody necessarily knows, Glenn's saying he's in and he's not. Dude said not connected. Sorry, guys. I should not be dealing with this, but I guess I am. So, again, nobody knows if See, it says device is not connected for Glenn.
Then he's got to click his camera. I see him in there. I mean,
Glenn, click
his
your
camera's not
camera
on.
and your microphone on.
Shock me.
So yeah, so I want to talk about Ace Frehley. So yeah, but so the thing with comedy though, I'm just telling you, like I've done both, and it's like, I've had bad nights in music, and you can kind of tell the energy's weird, it's low, it's late, you didn't do well, but no, so you go home a little like, all right, that wasn't great, but it's not out loud. But if you bomb on stage, I remember this guy, he was at an open microphone in LA, and when we're all there to play at the open microphone, so one comedian gets up and he bombed, and it was noisy and nobody's paying attention. And right before he got off the stage, he said, "Hey, if I snort cocaine off a guy's dick, does that make me gay?" And the fucking place died laughing. And so he went home the victor. All right, we got to figure out what's going on with Mr. Glenn Walsh here. Sorry,
I've played where I've like opened for people that were just not into what I was doing. That's when you get the worst is getting no reaction. Yeah, you zip through a couple of songs, you stop, and you hear there's 500 people.
What? Yeah, I mean, but I've never had that happen. Sorry, pal. No, honestly, I haven't. I mean, it's just the worst thing that ever happened to me on stage, honestly. Well, there's a lot of bad things that happened to me on stage, but one really uncomfortable thing. I was playing in a cover band with Pete Cooperschmidt and Dan Volkamer, and Pete is such a good salesman that he sold us at some dance club in Queens. Like everybody had little skinny ties on. It was the 90s. Why is this saying he's not?
He's on twice, not on.
Glenn, if you don't turn your microphone and your camera on, it's not going to let you in. It'll just be a black square with nothing in it. Richie Brymer, Mike, check 1, 2. Richie Brymer, listen, if Glenn doesn't get in, hey, Richie Brymer, do you know how to play any Van Halen leads? I want somebody to either school Ian on Van Halen because he talked shit about Van Halen last week, or I want somebody to school. And again, I like Ace Frehley. I've always liked Ace Frehley, so it's not like I don't like him, but I want somebody to really show me in a nuanced way. And again, I play some of his solos, but I just think Glenn can defend Ace Frehley better than most people. So, hey, Richie Brymer, what do you think? I was the Eddie, dude. You were the Eddie Van Halen guy. That's what I'm saying. Can you play like "So This Is Love" or like "Eruption" or any of that stuff? Because I see you shred all day. I know you're in practice. I had to coax Glenn to get involved because he admitted to me. All right, he's on his phone. Why? All right. The video link and the microphone links are frozen. Ugh, man.
All right, move on.
No, this is my guest, dude. Unless we have
I know.
Reimer. It's so
I think we're alone now.
Yeah, he just dropped. Yeah, try it again, Glenn, if you're listening. And I'm waiting for Richie Brymer to give us a did he yeah, it was a thing back then. Is it a thing now? Can you still play any of those leads, Richie? Because I'd love to have you come on. I want to talk guitar, man. I listen, I hate music, but I love music. And I keep telling people I don't want to talk about music, but I love music. So, if you can come on and shred, or can you play? I want somebody to play. You know what I want someone to play? I want someone to play "Always With You, Always Without You" by Joe Satriani. I learned it, but you metal dudes, you shredder dudes are so much better at it than me that I want to hear that. And by the way, if you play a backing track like on your computer, we're going to get kicked off, just so you know. So you kind of have to do it solo. What do you think? So yeah, I hope Glenn is listening.
Hopefully Glenn can get on.
Glenn, just try and get. It's not letting me turn on the video mic. Yeah, hopefully he can. It's I've never signed in from that link. I've always signed in from the website, so I don't know how to help from this angle. But
yeah, I don't remember. I signed in from the link. I think the first show we ever did.
So I'm trying to figure out. Here we have
Oh.
Elliot Kelly.
Speaking of guitars,
Speaking of guitars, Elliot, we were supposed to have a guitar guest and he can't get in, and now you're here.
Yeah,
Can you shred a little guitar for us?
I wish.
You wish? Can you want to just do a freestyle rhyme for us?
Doodah Design says hi.
That's supposed to say hi, Dad, because that's Marcus speaking through his mouth. Yeah, hi, buddy. Hi, Marcus. What's up? That's my little boy. Elliot, you ready?
that looked a little strange.
Can you do a 4 on the floor, man? Can you do a 4 on the floor for me? I guess Elliot's not gonna freestyle, huh?
Oh wait, you want me to freestyle?
Yeah,
Wait, hold
freestyle.
on.
Can you freestyle over that 4 on the floor?
Wait. Nah, that beat is not.
Okay, what kind of beat you want? What kind of beat you want?
I don't know. You gotta just give me. It's gotta be like a mixture of beats. It just can't just be a solid. Then I'm just gonna say the cat, the hat, the
All right,
bat.
hang on.
Hold
Look
on,
who
the
we got
guest
here.
is on.
Look who we got. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I bring this guest on, all right, Elliot, I'm gonna have to. I gotta mute Elliot for a minute because I hear his headphones
you're
coming
echoing.
through. Your headphones are killing us again.
Oh
Can
yeah.
you turn them down a little bit? All right, before I bring Glenn Andrew Walsh on, I want to tell you guys a couple of things about. Yeah, it sounds better already. I want to tell you a couple of things about Glenn. Glenn and I, we knew each other, like we have a million mutual friends. He's some years younger than me. He invited me to play in a cover band. The first thing that happened was I was playing a Led Zeppelin song. Now, some of you know that I've gotten the privilege of playing a handful of Led Zeppelin songs with Robert Plant on drums. But the greatest thing is I was playing Good Times, Bad Times, which I take pride in knowing how to play. And after the first time through the song, Glenn puts his guitar down, annoyed, and says, "Dude, that's not how it goes." I'm like, "Yeah, tough guy. Here you go."
Shoot.
And you know what he did? He went, "Doom, he's like, the cymbal goes in the middle of the toms." I was like, so he blew me away.
Wow.
And I worked with him for like just a bunch of rehearsals, and his ears are better than anyone's ears I know. He played, I forgot what song by Tom Petty goes, "Eep, eep, 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 you love you." It's like some weird.
Yeah, you got lucky, babe.
Yeah, I think it's like, and he starts playing it on guitar. I'm like, dude, that's like 10 fingers on a keyboard, and he's playing it. I'm like, how do you do it? But I'm going to tell you my favorite thing about Glenn. I hope he doesn't mind me telling this story. We had a disagreement. It was a pretty serious disagreement, and he was pretty wrong, maybe, but my reaction was a little over the. No. My reaction was to break all of his patio furniture and threaten to kill him and destroy his whole front yard.
Nice.
And I left mad at him, but kind of knowing that I was out of control. And I thought about it a couple of times. I'm like, man, and I was like,
Look how nice he is. You're still friends.
I was getting close to calling him and manning up and saying, "Dude, I was wrong, blah, blah, blah." And that son of a gun called me up first and says, "Dude, we can't let something like this end our friendship. It was so stupid. It was a miscommunication. It was a misunderstanding." And here I am. I broke all his patio. I remember he had some kind of container. They were doing something in front of his house. And yes, awesome. And I smashed all of his furniture against the container. I went nuts. And Kelly John was like 13 months old, and she's sitting there, or 2 years old, just sitting there like, "Oh, my dad's flipping out again." And Glenn called me and apologized to me first. And I remember on that day saying, "That is it. This is my guy, friends for life. I love this guy." But his ears are so critical. Now, I name drop a lot, so I may screw this up. Glenn did a lot of things. He guitar teched for Bernie, who's the guitar player on? No, the guitar player on the Yankees.
Bernie Williams.
Bernie Williams. Guitar tech.
Who's the guitar player on the
Yankees? Who's the Yankees lead guitarist? Bernie Williams.
Yeah.
He's produced a bunch of stuff. There was this one girl, he produced something and sent it to me about 10 years ago. And whatever he produced in that song is exactly what's going on now. It was auto-tuned. It was all of these. It was so and I was like, how did he hit this? So I'm going to bring him on, and we're going to talk
Bring him
about
on.
Ace Frehley. Now, I'm going to be rough on Ace and Kiss a little bit. Full disclosure, I love them. Destroyer is one of my favorite records. Ladies and gentlemen, Glenn Walsh. Glenn.
Hey,
What's up?
Glenn,
nice to meet you.
you remember Ian
I'm
Geltman?
gonna pull
I don't
myself
know
off so
you.
you can
How
see
are
me
you?
bigger.
All right, say
What's
goodbye.
up?
Yeah, Sheila just pulled herself off so we can see Glenn better. Guys, I'm going to see if I can get – can we get a situation where Glenn is the main guy here?
Hello.
I just
I
blew-
can't see anything, just so you know.
You can't
Yeah,
see
okay.
us?
It's
All
so small.
Well, you look you look
He's
handsome
far
as hell.
away.
Now what I can see. All right, so now do we just
Well,
have
that's
him?
just him. Yep, just
Sheila,
him.
did you do that? Somebody did that. It's good. So now it's just you, Glenn. Okay, so Glenn, you look like a rock star. I like the salt and pepper beard. Richie Breimer says he ran into you in LA, which is awesome.
Yes,
And now you're in Ohio.
correct.
All right, now, full disclosure on this also. I badgered Glenn to do this because, and he told me by text message, he said, I haven't played the solo in Shock Me, which was my choice, in years. I don't know if I can do it at speed, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm just telling you, he's allowed to fail to the extent that we think it's a failure. And it's still great. So, all right. So I was saying last week, I put up a Tie Your Mother Down video, and I'm annoyed that people who play guitar, they don't understand why Brian May's guitar playing works the way it does. And then somebody sent me like a real flat, non-vibrato, non-bend, not well-pitched version of it. And I'm like, that's not it. And now and so then when I pick on Ace a little bit, because I often say he's not quite where Page and David Gilmour and those guys are to me. And I know that you think differently. So tell me about what I'm not hearing. Tell me about the magic in Ace's playing that makes so many of us love him.
It's hard to put into words, but I just want to say, what's up, man? It's great to be here.
Thank you.
I've been asked to do podcasts for a few times, and I've never done them. This is my very first time.
Well, that's because you and I are boys. That's it.
Ace Frehley in the 70s was, I believe the best rock and roll lead guitar player of all time.
Really?
Yeah, because it was tasty, and there's just something about his playing. Just listen to the old records, listen to Rock and Roll Over, listen to Love Gun, listen to those guitar solos.
Look,
They're just
admittedly,
packed with little great things. So you wanted Shock Me.
right. I want to shock me, but let's go on for a second. And I agree with you. Look, Strange Ways is one of my favorite solos ever, from Hotter Than Hell. It's amazing. And even the lead in Hotter Than Hell is kind of like that clapping thing. Woo! Like there's that woman. I get it. But in that same period, we had Richie Blackmore, who was tasty. We had Jimmy Page, who was tasty and quite a technician. We had the Gilmores. We had the Joe Perrys, the Joe Walshes. So I'm not disputing what you're saying. What distinguishes Ace Frehley from the tasty playing of those guys?
It's hard to put into words. I mean, it's just obviously just an opinion, but I'd have to actually sit with you, Eric, and play solos.
Okay, well that's what we're going to do.
Acknowledge this solo right here.
All right, well that's what we're going to do right now, and that's why when I say this, when I push back on you a little bit, I just finished telling everybody that I have the utmost respect. I told them that you schooled me on Bonham's drumming, which may be the most humiliating thing that's ever happened to me. Well, except that time when the bathroom door wasn't actually. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. It was amazing that you had the ears and that you corrected me on that. So I'm asking you this because I know you're an authority on guitar and on Ace Frehley in particular.
I used to be.
I'm
pretty much retired now, but it's like my hands remember, but it doesn't like come out. But again, it's hard.
Let's hear it, man. Let's hear it. If you want to break it down
this
phrase
is your
by phrase,
big moment.
Guitar solo.
Yeah, and then break it down.
First of all, there were so many technical difficulties trying to get live with you. Like guitar broke a string, which never happens. I haven't broken a string since like 1986. No joke. And I'm like, it's over. And then I thought to myself, wait a second, there's a guitar that I lost. It just disappeared that I found
Ah,
after 9 years. And it was in a carry case at my brother's house that I didn't know whose case it was. I'm like, oh, what is this guitar? And then it ended up being this guitar, this Charvel, like 1985. And it used to be white. I painted it black and signed my name in 1990. So I'm
so it's
thinking about it,
collectible.
like I have no guitar. I'm like, wait a second. I have, I call it all reliable.
All
All
right.
reliable is in the closet. Let me pull it out. And sure enough, I mean, the pots are dirty and stuff, but it's all reliable.
All
Here
right.
it is. I'm like, I have a guitar.
Old Ace and old Reliable. Lay it on us.
Oh boy, can you hear this?
Yeah. Is it cutting out a little bit?
Ooh, that's lovely.
Is it
Play about 5 seconds.
yeah, play about 5 seconds of it.
It's cutting out.
Yeah, it's cutting out.
Can you
Glenn,
hear
it's cutting out, and we don't know if it's because it's too loud or not loud enough. Hang on. Look at the swagger of that guy. That's a rock star right there. He prances over to his amp like he's on stage. Lights are going.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
All right.
All right, let's hear it. Lay it on us.
Yeah. All right. That's that too. Oh, see the pot. Oh man, I suck. I'm sorry. Let's try it again.
Glenn,
Glenn,
don't worry. Nobody heard it.
no,
It
you're
keeps breaking
still
up.
cutting out a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is?
I think when it gets too loud.
Yeah. You know what, Glenn? Actually, turn it down a little bit. I think when it gets too loud, it's cutting out. I see, because Jack said, oh, you know what? It's probably because he's doing it on the phone instead of the computer. Because Jack Setner, hey Glenn, you're gonna kill me for this. Is there any way you can try and re-sign on the computer?
Yeah, absolutely.
Try and re-sign on the computer. We'll keep you. You want me to remove you, or do you want to?
Yeah, you can remove me. I'll
try and get back on, because I want to, dude. I saw what you were playing. I can't wait. So get back on the computer.
All right.
Thanks, bro. We'll see you in a minute.
See you in a bit.
Yeah, man. I need to. I feel bad because I should have, like, I asked him at the last minute. Oh man, I hate doing this to people. But anyway, I like the fact that he's willing to his vibrato. All right, so see, now this is the stuff that Richie Breimer was saying. Tell him to move the phone near the amp. Oh,
yeah, there's a whole bunch of advice in the comments.
There's a whole bunch of yeah.
Just leave it alone.
So anyway, so Michael Christopher Orza, Michael, he's the one who gives me the duck lips comments. I'm gonna
good looking Michael.
Good looking Michael. Yeah, he's good looking, but but look at that full collagen face he's got. You know what I mean? He doesn't. He's got that. What? Eric.
Full collagen face.
He's got a handsome Mike. He's got all that meat in his face, and then he calls me duck lips. It's like, come on, dude, look at this. My dad used to call me wedge head. He said I looked like
handsome people.
Yeah, my dad used to say that I looked like the thing that goes under the door, like the
door stopper.
That was brutal. He thought he was being funny, but and at least he paid for my therapy. All natural. No, wait. I was not saying Mike. I'm calling him Christopher now. Mike Orza, come on, dude. I hung out with you. I know you're a stud. You don't need all that fake stuff. You're not Mickey Rourke and who else was it? Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Joan Rivers.
I want to hear this. It would sound like it was going to sound good.
Oh man, no. This guy's he's a beast. So all right, let's see if Glenn can get over there. All right, so now, okay, do we have him? Do we have Glenn?
Yeah.
Glenn, let's hear
Glenn,
it.
make some noise.
What up?
What up? Let's see if this works better. Did it work?
What's going on, man?
What's up?
You sound better already.
You sound better
Can you hear
already.
me?
We'll hear.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You guys are awesome.
All right, let's see if this works better. Where's Old Reliable? Wouldn't it be
right here.
amazing if he just got drunk in front of us instead of playing guitar?
That would be way better.
All right, so somebody's saying put the amp near where the microphone is or the phone. Now, are you on the computer now, or are you still on the phone?
I'm on the computer now.
All right, let's see if it works. Because the kid Jack Setner wasn't near the computer, and he just played. So
This is
let's hear it.
Play for like 5 seconds, man. 5 seconds.
We can hear that.
Yeah, we hear it.
Can you hear that?
We can hear that.
Yep.
Yes.
Sounds
All
much
right.
better.
This is not fair. Ace Frehley needs proper.
Pampering.
Well, you have to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Now listen.
But we hear it.
We hear
I'll
it.
break down this solo.
Do you want to go higher?
Okay.
You want to go louder? If you want to put your amp louder, just do it. Just do it.
If you can hear it, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
We hear it.
So. Oh, I suck.
Just go.
I'm gonna play it slow.
All right. Play it
All
slow.
right?
Yep.
See, let's just stop right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk about that.
Hold on. Right here. Right there.
Great phrase.
That's why Ace Frehley's the greatest. Right there.
Well, that
Can you hear that?
Yep. Okay. So tell us about the phrase.
It's
so start
just-
with the staccato part. The
Yeah. So the bit of it. Now, what I will tell you is this. Now, I used to play that live with the Plums, by the way. And that right there, I couldn't keep it in time. I always rushed that, right? That. So
it's hard to isolate the notes for sure. See,
Okay.
but he actually picks it. He actually is going. He picks the whole thing, which is hot. That bend right there.
okay, that's Ace right there. That's Ace.
Right there. Okay. There you
All
go.
right. All right. Listen. There's
That's
no.
my defense.
That's the.
Even that little riff is cool, you know.
Yeah.
It's just cool.
By the way, okay, so I want to tell you what I love about what you just did. He plays that riff. He says, "That's my defense." Did you ever read The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand?
That's my defense.
In one of the trials, they're suing Howard Rourke for this building he built, and his defense is he lays out the drawings of the building, and that's it. He doesn't say anything. He said, "That's my defense." That's it.
Okay, so there it is, right there.
So now let's talk a little bit about the vibrato. Let's talk about the opening vibrato, the Chuck Berry riff in the very top. No, the right at the top. All right, the vibrato. Now, are there people you've heard play Ace Frehley who are missing that touch? Is that the
Ace Frehley can't even play the solo anymore.
Really? So, but he at least knows that he used to, right? So he knows what it's supposed to be doing, correct?
Whenever I talk highly about Ace Frehley, it's Ace Frehley in the 70s, not today. I
Okay.
love the guy. My heart goes out to the guy, but he's not good today.
All right. So now
You're not the guy defending saying this new album is the greatest thing in the world.
No, I'm not. And I've been in touch with Steve Brown actually, but it is better than overall his last albums, in my opinion.
so now, but let me
It
ask you a
could be
question.
so much better.
So Mike Bauer sent me one of the tracks. It was he sent me
10,000 volts.
10,000 volts. And to me, I mean, look, again, to me, it was nostalgic, you know, it definitely, like if I were drinking and, you know, hanging out at Speaks, I would have punched Johnny, you know, Rizzolo in the nose just because I was hopped up on Ace Frehley and beer. But I just didn't see, you know, it didn't deliver much more than that for me.
I agree. Did you hear my Ace demos?
I did. I heard the ones from a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So now, whatever happened with those? Because those were great. So anyway, so you are now. Is that something that's still going on?
You know, I've been sitting on those songs for 7 years.
Right.
You know, because in 2017, I was contacted by Ace's then drummer, Matt Starr, and he asked me if I would be interested in writing songs with Ace. I'm like, yeah, of course. So in 2017, I did it. And I had 2 weeks to put some songs together, and I wrote 3 songs, and I demoed them, and you heard the demos. That's what I brought to the session. Usually people bring ideas. I brought complete songs, but I still consider them just ideas.
Right.
And then there was another session like 2 months later, in a 3-month span, and 2 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I wrote songs. He was interested in 2 of them, but he just wanted to buy them and not have my name on them. And I was like, why don't you just like take them for free and put my name on it, you know?
Right. Interesting,
So,
right.
It didn't work out. But I've always believed that the songs were good. They were good ideas. So I never released them publicly, thinking maybe I can strike again. And I did. I did a couple of years later. I reached out. But I never reach out without having something new. So I wrote a new song, sent it, and for whatever reason, you know, they just didn't go for it. And then I think I tried one more. I think I tried 3 times, no success. And like I said, I just had an email correspondence with Steve Brown just last week.
Now he produced that most recent record.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
He's like, dude, send me the songs. And I did. I haven't heard back from him. So,
all right. Well,
I'm just going to release them publicly, you know, and have fun. I think the Kiss fans will definitely get a kick out of it.
all right, cool. Well, if you need somebody to drum on it, you let me know. All right, listen, I'm gonna let you go, Glenn. We love you, man. Thank you. And next time, what we're gonna do next time is we're gonna sit down, you and I, because this was my fault. I threw this on Glenn at the last second. I have to take responsibility for it not being set up right. We love you, brother.
I appreciate you, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, dude, listen, man. You came in I called you at 4:00. Come on, dude. This is like a last minute thing.
Too, but I appreciate you guys.
And we'll
Thank
listen.
you, Glenn.
We appreciate you. And then listen,
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna have you and Richie Breimer come on and do the end of "Flirting with Disaster" by Molly Hatchet. He knows it, of course. Love you, man. I'll see you later, bro. Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What is up, dudes? All right, so yeah, man. Again, Eric with his technical disaster difficulties, but just want to let you all know
the charm of the Eric Miranda show.
the charm of and then there's Flugmacher. I think I'm gonna have. Did Flugmacher say that he had a favorite Beatles song by Glenn Walsh or by the Plums? I don't remember. I think the one we did by the Plums was, what was it? I'm so tired. And then we put your song. It was actually in the break in the end. We should come on and do that. But Glenn, yeah, man, I put him on the spot, but he's just such a great guitar player. Even those little phrases, even when he was messing them up, you can hear that that thing that I try to hear in Brian May and understand Glenn clearly, just like the subtlety of his vibrato, he really hears why Ace is so good. If that makes sense. Elliot, what's up with you, man? Late night with the driving?
Yeah, I was just listening. Like, I would have loved to hear him live.
Yeah. You mean I'm more
like
in the room?
actually
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah.
because
Well, you know what the
it
thing is,
sounds.
what I can do next time we have him on, again, I sent him the link that I send you. You need a login for when you're at home. But if I gave him a link, he could actually click a button and stream right in. So we have to do that next time, because when I do it, you hear it through my system, so it's right in the computer with us, so it doesn't get lost like that. So like this.
Eric, I wish you would have came in with the drums when he was playing the guitar.
Well, I think there's a sync problem, unless. So hang on a second.
It's
You
a
still never
fraction of a
got the
second
beat
off.
though that Elliot was asking for. Elliot was asking for a beat.
Hang on, Elliot. Hang on. Hang on.
I don't know if that's what he's looking for. No, probably not, Elliot, right?
That doesn't inspire you, Elliot?
You said what, Sheila?
I was thinking that was a little too like 80s new wave for you to be dialing over.
Hang on. Okay,
Well,
how about
he's
some
around
lo-fi?
the 80s.
Oh, so does it have like a button like the Casio keyboard used to have that you just put a style in? Oh, there you go. That's better.
There we go. This 80s rap.
Put your hands in the side, baby, hands in the side. It's the Eric Miranda show. Hands in the side with a way to the side. It's the Eric Miranda show. I'm about to start beatboxing.
Go, man, go.
Put your hands in the side, baby, side to the side. It's the Eric Miranda show. Right? In the side, the big man, in the side. It's the Eric show.
Wow, what was that bell I heard? Was somebody
Was
opening
that
their car door? Did you open
Elliot,
That was awesome.
Elliot jumped.
I added a
Elliot
little beat
jumped.
in there.
What was that? What was that? That was amazing, man. What was that? It was so crazy good. So anyway, so because Ian's in Saigon,
I gotta check out.
good morning. And so no, Ian, now what happens if the furniture doesn't come out right? Do you just like crawl through a tunnel to the north to escape?
yeah. I go in one of the little tunnels. No, I just hide there and shoot everybody.
No.
Joins Colonel Potter and Hawkeye. And...
Yeah. That was Korea, but okay.
By the way, that was Korea, honey. You know how
It
young,
was?
Yeah, you know how
Yeah.
young Sheila is because she got that wrong.
Yeah,
We're
that was
mashed people.
Korea.
And you know what's really crazy is that Colonel Potter, is it Colonel Potter or Captain Potter? Colonel Potter, right?
Colonel Potter.
Yeah, he's so the artist that I'm working with, the reason I have that beatbox right there is because the artist I'm working with, he's married to Harry Morgan's granddaughter.
Oh wow.
So we're kind of, so I have a little bit of a, but I forgot how big he was because I forgot about Dragnet, and then he was in all those old westerns with John Wayne and stuff. Like he's like a real Hollywood, Hot Lips Houlihan. That's right. Oh, that's right, Will Houlihan, of course. Hot Lips Houlihan. That's you.
Well, on
That's
that note,
Bill.
I gotta check out today. So
All right,
thank
listen,
you all.
love
Do
you
wanna
all.
finish up
Listen,
without me,
man,
you're good?
hey, listen, everybody. Thanks for hanging in with all the
Good luck.
technical stuff. We love you, Elliot. I'm sorry you got on like later on, but we'll see
Yeah,
you
no
next week.
problem.
And Elliot and I have a couple of special surprises for next week. We're going to talk a lot next week about the Mike Tyson. I was going to say Jake LaMotta.
Jake LaMotta.
What's his name again? What's the kid's name again? I kept totally
Jake
forgot.
Paul.
Jake
Paul.
Jake Paul.
Yeah. Is Jake Paul some kind of religious name? Like I think your brother Brian once said Pope John Paul George and Ringo. I got a kick out of that. So
Yeah,
Jake
it
Paul,
does sound. You know what? Now that you think about it, it does sound.
Jake Paul, George and Ringo. He's the new Beatles. But So he's now. You think Jake Paul's doomed? See, this is the thing, guys. Um,
All right. Goodbye, everybody. You can continue this. See
look at.
y'all.
All right. We'll see you, Geltner. Have fun. Good luck with Unpainted Huff Hines.
Thanks.
All right, see you.
Love y'all.
Now, Johnny Suede is saying that we were getting amazingly freeform, more freestyle.
I know. I just did that. I'm doing the comments.
Yeah. No, so Johnny Suede. Now, Johnny Suede, when is he coming on? Johnny Suede, do you play music at all? So Johnny Suede is a friend of Jesse's, and he always talks music on these text chains with us. He knows what he's talking about. I wonder if he's a layman or a musician. I don't know. But I love that Glenn Walsh is still playing right now, by the way.
I know. You guys can't see. He's backstage.
He's backstage playing. Hey, Glenn, can you hear me? I don't know if
I don't think he can because he's still playing away.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair
he's
for me
practicing.
to just. Yeah, I don't think it's. Listen, let me tell you something. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to practice. Like he's actually really, really fantastic. Yeah, I just got rid of it. But so anyway, so Johnny Suede. Now I think Johnny left when Jesse left. So hey, do you guys think? What do you think for one of the shows? Should we have Will Houlihan on? Because he was a tugboat captain for years. The guy has literally,
Definitely.
like, he was pulling boats in during Sandy into the harbor.
There are so many interesting things just about tugboating in general. Like,
oh my God, like I'll just give you one, Elliot, that you don't think of, right? So you know every once in a while a boat runs aground, right? Like they'll hit like a sandbar or something, right?
Yeah.
What you never think about, which Johnny Suede plays guitar, but he's still a layman. I don't know, man. He's probably because he's really into Jeff Beck and stuff. He's probably better than you think. So check this out. So Bill was telling me, William Houlihan, the tugboat captain, he's like, yeah, well, Eric, he said, yeah, so first you hit the sandbar, and then you have a barge that weighs, 1 million pounds, or whatever the hell a barge weighs, maybe more. That's, 3 times the height of the back of the tugboat coming up behind you and runs you over. Like we never think
runs
that.
You over,
dude. If you hit a sandbar on your tugboat, that million. Hey, Bill, how much does a barge weigh on average? I know there's.
But where are you hitting the sandbar? Like what part of the ocean? Are you close to
you're in
shore?
a river, whatever. You're close to shore, or you're in a river like the Hudson River, and you hit a sandbar, some type of obstruction. You could be anything. And that barge is right behind you. It's not stopping. First of all, it's got a flat bottom, so it probably has less depth to it. So it may not even hit the sandbar. It may glide. So you're stuck on the sandbar, and that thing's coming right at you.
Sounds like the Titanic again.
Okay.
The iceberg.
So, all right. The tug.
Honey, I'm doing the comments. Keep your hands off.
Okay, the tug has a deeper draft than the steel football field barge, right? So and how much does a barge weigh, Bill? Approximately, like I know they vary. I know that barge that had the PSE&G towers was 8 million pounds. So, right. So Elliot, you run aground, and this thing comes up behind you. It's not stopping. People have to jump off, man. It's crazy.
Oh wow!
So that's just one thing. Bill tells me stories. And then another thing, a fuckload. Bill said it weighs a fuckload.
That's how much it weighs.
That's how much it weighs. Now, this is another thing they don't think about. Apparently, I heard a story. Maybe I shouldn't attach Bill's name to this, but somebody a lot like him may have told me this story. If you whistle in the wind, there are people who are so nuts out at sea, they're superstitious, and there's some bad luck to that, and they'll fucking knife you and throw you overboard.
Oh, shoot.
Like for whistling in the wind, I think peeling a banana. Is that another one?
So don't tell all his stories. You gotta,
I'm not going to tell
Wait, Eric, did you hear this song? It's a song. I never heard it till I saw it playing on TikTok, but it sounds like they put it together like with like we're doing with the sea and the ocean.
Yeah,
man.
Like, the record.
Hold on.
Oh yeah. That's on
that song is scary to me.
Whistle Up a Storm. Yeah. Oh,
the North
and they show all the Marsh ships getting like blasted with waves.
Yeah.
It really is scary. It's like an old. It almost sounds like it almost sounds like Mongolian throat singers. Like, yeah, no, really
like
crazy.
Someone with a deep baritone voice.
Yeah, totally. But we're gonna have Bill. Maybe we'll have. Hey, Bill, are you free next week? Bill, do you want to come on? Should we interview the tugboat captain? I say yes. He's got some stories, man. So he's saying you whistle up a storm. So when you into the wind, you're whistling up a storm. That means you're making a storm come, and they'll mess you up for that.
Eric, when he comes on, you got to play that song before when you introduce him.
Yeah, totally. And then we can,
Teas and bakers.
yeah. No, I know the one. Yeah, it always shows up on TikTok. That's right. And the other one we could play is The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. You know that one? The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down on the big lake they call Gitchagumi. Never heard that one? The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the gales of November come early. Yeah, man. With a load of
So
iron
that
ore.
TikTok one is a Viking tune. That makes sense.
That Viking tune. Is that the one you
Yeah, that's what it is.
That
Yeah.
TikTok one.
Yeah. So yeah, the Vikings were seafaring creatures, man. They had those triremes. So anyway, all right. Well, listen, much love to you guys. Again, thanks for everyone for sticking with us with the I gotta make sure I get set up better next time we do the music thing. But all good, man. All good.
Good. Peace out and peace, guys.
I used to eat. Who's in the back seat of your car? Is that
Passenger.
You have out the clients, dude.
Oh, I can't out the clients. All right. Yeah, I can see a little bit of So anyway, so no wonder you weren't cussing. All right, that's what I see now. We stemmed the flow of his freestyle rap. All right.
Gotcha.
All right. Love to everyone, and we'll see you.
Good
All
night.
right. Good night.